Representative Mike Haridopolos. Congressman, great to see you. I see you got your space shirt on.
We do.
This is a big moment for... It's a big moment for all Americans, all of humanity, really. Talk to us about what this means for your district, home to the Kennedy Space Center, where that Artemis II mission was launched.
Well, Rick, thank you very much. And this is an exciting day. Isn't it nice we can celebrate something positive and really enjoy America coming together once again? We've not seen this type of excitement in our community since the first shuttle launch back in 1981. But this is a thrilling moment as we're around the moon. They just got back from the dark side of the moon. We know they're safe, and they're going to slingshot home back to the USA and celebrate a very successful mission. And again, this is a team effort and exciting times. And of course, our economy right now is booming because not only is NASA doing well, but so is SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA, L3 Harris, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. It's a boom time for America because we are investing in higher technology as we have this new Cold War against the Chinese.
Yeah, well, the mission, certainly an amazing feat of technology and logistics. How impressed with you are you with the way that NASA and the astronauts have been able to pull it all off, apparently without any real issues so far?
Well, it's just a testament to their hard work. Again, this is a team effort. We have an amazing new leader at NASA, that being Jared Isaacman, who's a self-made billionaire, a pilot, has been in space, done a spacewalk. I call him the American James Bond. This guy is really with it. He's a great pick by President Trump. And so people understand how important this is. Remember, we need to dominate space, not just for the commercial adventure, but also the military importance as well with satellite technology, GPS. And Donald Trump, as you know, created this Space Force because he knows how important it is to gain this, not only to handle that technology, but also making sure that we have the satellites in place to protect our military around the world.
Well, Congressman, I know you're a former history teacher. I wonder, though, if you're also maybe a future astronaut. You're very well positioned to take a ride into space. If one were offered, would you do it?
Oh, I would absolutely take that opportunity. It'd be a thrill of a lifetime, but I would never cut in line from these amazing astronauts. And these 4 astronauts were in the most competitive situation of their entire life. They rose to the top. They were selected to be our first 4 to go around the moon for the first time since 1972. Look, I'm thrilled to be in Congress. Of course, I chair the Space Committee in Congress, and we are absolutely focused on winning this new space race and going to the moon and eventually to Mars, where we'll settle that as well in a few years, in my opinion.
Well, speaking of which, you were quoted as saying the moon will almost become a gas station for future space exploration. What do you envision that looking like exactly?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. As you know, it takes a lot of firepower in order to get us off the gravitational pull of Earth. But once you get out into the moon, you don't have that limitation. To give you an idea of the power needed to get out of the world atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere, it's 8 million tons. What does that mean of power? That means 130,000 NASCAR engines. To give you the power that's needed to propel this out as it did on Wednesday. But once you get to the moon, this can be the gas station in this regard. As you know, the moon has on the South Pole water, and that means there's hydrogen. That's what propels our rockets today from Earth. Those could be the same ones that propel it from the moon to go to Mars. And without that gravitational pull, you can get out into the galaxy much more easily. And so as you put it perfectly, Rick, it is the gas station. And we also have another energy source in the moon called helium-3 that would radically reduce the cost to actually fuel a lot of our nuclear reactors and make them more safe as well. And so there's a great incentive to go to the moon, create that moon base, just like Elon Musk has talked about.
Wow. Well, you mentioned public-private partnerships already, SpaceX and the like. It sounds like you think that is going to play a major role in the future of space exploration.
I believe it is, Rick, for this reason. We each can learn from each other. NASA can learn from SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA, and other companies. And just like those companies have learned a ton from NASA. And as you know, every few days, right behind me, there are rockets going off into space. And there's over 10,000 in orbit that communicate all around the world and make sure that we are staying in touch, not just, again, economically or commercially, but also making sure our military has what they need. And remember, the Chinese and the Russians don't respect space like we do. the Russians have actually collided satellites in space, and that's caused all kind of space debris. And of course, the Chinese are always stealing technology, and they've also tried to spy on our technology. So we've got to be really careful about what we're doing in space. But it's this public-private partnership that has been incredibly successful. And remember, we're relying on SpaceX or Blue Origin in order to build the lander that will eventually bring us down to the moon's surface in 2 years. We're going to take 2 runs in 2028 in order to get the astronauts back actually physically on the moon.
A lot to look forward to. Congressman, I've been to your district many times, seen a few shuttle launches myself from the ground there. It's a wonderful place to be, and we appreciate your time very much. Congressman Haridopolos, we look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks again, Rick, for covering this important issue. Great to see you again, my friend.